Hey, this is Joe with the Touch GIS team. Today we're going to talk about creating new feature classes. So our feature class manager is inside the options panel, which you can find once you're inside a project, right there at the top of the list. As you can see here, we've got a number of feature class data sets that we ship with the product. But to create your own, just come down to the bottom here, tap New Feature Data Set. Now, feature classes are held inside feature class data sets, and you can think of those as basically a group of related points, lines, and polygon feature class types. So let's just say sample and add. Once we've created the data set, we can start adding our feature classes. So we have the option here to add points, lines, or polygon. Let's create a point class. Let's call it test point. Hit add. Now after we've entered a name, what I would recommend doing is editing the style first. Now with point classes, you can change the color, the opacity of that color. We have a nice library of icons here to choose from as well. So we'll go ahead and pick a pin icon, go with the classic, hit save. And once we have a name and a style for the class, we can add attributes for that class. As you can see, there's already two attribute fields attached to this test point: description, date, and time. Those are attributes that we automatically attach to every new class type. But you can come down to the bottom, hit add attribute, and here's the list of attribute types that are available in Touch GIS. We have description, list of values, date and time, photo and videos, checkbox, address, number, website, and phone number. Let's go ahead and add a field for photos and videos. Now we can rename that field if we want to, but in this instance, photos and videos is a pretty clear title for this attribute field. So we're just going to hit back. We can see there it's been added to the list. Now if we want to add one that has a different name, we'll say checkbox. We'll say something like site is active. And now we have that as the title of the attribute field. So once you've added all the attributes you want, they're saved automatically into this feature class data set. These become available when you go to add features to the map. So in the lower right-hand corner of the map, tap the plus button, navigate back to your master list here. There's our feature class data set that we've created, and there's our test point. Now I can go ahead, find where I'm going to place that on the map. Just find a random spot here. Call it good. And now you see in the layer panel that automatically populates on the left-hand side of the screen, I can go ahead and fill out those attribute fields. So let's close that. Let's go back to our feature class data set. I'm just going to quickly walk through styling a line and polygon type feature class. So I'm going to create a new one. Call it sample line. So again, right after we give it a name, we're going to want to edit the style. You can see we've got our colors here. One thing to note that besides our sort of pre-ship palette of colors here, we also have a color picker, which gives you a lot of colors to choose from. Of course, we've got a great list here, so let's go with blue. And then for lines and polygons, we offer an outline style. So you can do dotted, dashed, or double dashed there. We'll do a dotted line. Hit save, then of course if I wanted to add any attributes, I could do that below. And there you have it. Now you'll notice for polygon classes, sample polygon, we have one additional option, and that is of course the fill color and the outline color, which you can do separately. So if I wanted a yellow fill, I could drop the opacity so I could see the map through that fill and give it a rich red outline. You really have a lot of flexibility in how you want to style your classes here. Anyway, that's a basic overview of how to create new feature classes in Touch GIS. As you can see, there's a lot of optionality. You can add as many attributes as you want to a feature class. And one thing to note, sort of a last final important note, is that when you create a feature class data set and feature classes inside of it, those become available to you universally inside Touch GIS. So if you go start a new project, they'll still appear in your list of things to add to the map here.